A new poll just proved what a lot of us already suspected, which is that Twitter users are living in a completely different reality than the rest of the world. And there's a reason for that, which is a really dark reason. By the way, I refuse to call it X. I think that's stupid. The Argument magazine, which is a data-driven polling outlet, just dropped research showing that voters who get their news from Twitter are wildly different from the median American voter. For example, on ICE, which has a net favorability of negative 26 points with the general public, Twitter users view it as almost break even in favorability, which is not a small gap. That's like a completely different universe. On Trump, for example, in January of this year, there was only one group of voters where Trump remained popular: Twitter users. With literally every other cohort, his numbers are charitably described as catastrophic. Meanwhile, on TikTok, a platform people love to dunk on, Trump's approval is sitting at 25 points below his own 2024 vote share. This is the same country, but completely different realities. Why is this happening? Here's what you need to understand about social media. It's not a window to the world. It's more like a funhouse mirror. The shape of that mirror is controlled by whoever owns the platform. With Meta, so that's Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, we know the motive. It's engagement. They want you angry, scrolling, clicking ads. It's a devil we know and understand. They're optimizing for your attention so they can sell it to advertisers. That's understandable. That's what corporations do. Is it dangerous? Yes, but at least it's legible. Twitter's different. Elon Musk bought Twitter in 2022 for $44 billion. And I'll give him credit for one thing, even though he tried to back out of buying Twitter. Once he recognized the opportunity in AI and to sway elections, he jumped on it. But I'm not giving him credit for vision because he had none. His big ideas for Twitter were, first, change the name because duh, why would you keep the name of a valuable brand that everybody knows around the world? Then he said, let's charge for blue check marks and remove content moderation, which he called free speech. That's it. Text that surfaced from the lawsuit from Twitter that Twitter originally filed against him showed him musing with a family member about using blockchain during account registration to filter out bots. That was the innovation, blockchain for bots, on a company he just paid $44 billion for. Here's what he inherited, though. Twitter was doing around $4 billion in revenue with over $1 billion in profit. It had a unique, irreplaceable global position in culture, and politicians, journalists, athletes, CEOs, everybody was on this. It was a world public square, and he could have done anything with it. Shopping features, creator monetization tools, short form video. He could have literally revived Vine and had a TikTok competitor before TikTok got banned. He had the audience, he had the infrastructure, he had the brand. And instead, he saddled the company with massive debt from the leveraged buyout, scared away over 200 advertisers by being himself, gutted the teams that kept the platform functional, and watched the valuation crater by over 70%. That's not visionary. This is like buying a Ferrari and replacing the engine with a lawnmower. He burned it down on purpose because he didn't buy Twitter to run Twitter. He figured out, not before the purchase, but after, that he was sitting on two things that were actually valuable to him personally. First, a massive data set of human language to train his AI models on. His company XAI runs on that data. Second, a global loudspeaker that he could tune to whatever frequency he wanted. And he tuned it to right-wing extremism. So what was the real play? His net worth when he bought Twitter was around $200 billion. His net worth today is somewhere between $700 and $850 billion. He more than tripled his wealth. Not because Twitter's valuable. Twitter isn't valuable. The wealth came from everywhere else. SpaceX now holds over $22 billion in government contracts. His companies have collected, and this is from a Washington Post investigation, at least $38 billion in government funding. Contracts, loans, subsidies, and tax credits. Almost 2/3 of that in just the last 5 years. The Department of Justice just dropped multiple investigations into SpaceX and Tesla while Musk was running Doge. Federal agencies started adopting Starlink. His AI company, XAI, landed a $200 million Pentagon contract. He used Doge to slash competitors' contracts. None of his own companies lost a single contract. This is a guy running the government efficiency office who has personally collected $38 billion from the government. The audacity is staggering. So here's how it all connects. Musk buys Twitter, doesn't care if it makes money. He rigs the algorithm to amplify right-wing content, and this is documented, not a conspiracy theory. Researchers at Northeastern University confirmed that social media algorithms can meaningfully shift political opinion, and the data shows it's working. Trump lost the least support on Twitter compared to every other platform in the country. If you live on Twitter, you don't even see the backlash. You don't see the polls showing Trump is historically unpopular. You think everything's fine. You think everyone agrees. You're in a bubble that one man is actively engineering. That man spent $290 million on the 2024 election. The platform he controls helped deliver the result he wanted. And he was rewarded with $38 billion in government money and zero regulatory oversight of his AI company. That's not capitalism. It's not free speech. It's a propaganda machine that serves his own interest, and it worked. He made hundreds of billions of dollars off this. So here's what really scares me. This is bigger than Musk. We've built a world where a single person can buy a global communications platform and reshape what reality looks like for hundreds of millions of people. And there are zero rules about it. Facebook radicalized people because engagement algorithms reward outrage. Twitter is now actively curating a political worldview because its owner has a financial interest in one political outcome. Every platform is doing something to your perception of reality, and none of them are required to tell you what, or why, or how. This is why people are angrier. This is why conspiracy theories spread like wildfire. This is why your uncle believes something insane and you can't believe you're related to him. No matter what you say, he'll never change his mind because you're literally not consuming the same reality. Society is being sorted and polarized by machines that we don't control, run by people with massive conflicts of interest, with no oversight, no accountability, no regulations, and no obligation to tell you the truth. At least when a government has propaganda, we know it's propaganda. When a billionaire does it through an app on your phone, it's just a social media platform. Twitter is not real life, but it's changing real life. And one man is using it to get very, very rich at our expense. That's hogwash.